Okay, today we are going to try to get some of this rudder cabling sorted out. And first thing was to install the rudder. George is sourcing all the hardware. That was done a while ago, so we're kind of trying to remember where we put it all. And I think we found most of it, huh?
Yep, we found it.
All right. Alright, so that was us battling with trying to get the nuts on the rudder. We are quite confident that it's not going on permanently, but just wanted to see, make sure everything fits and how it works and how it lines up. But what we do anticipate to be permanent is this little steering tang here. So I put a little bit of grease between the washers, followed the instructions, and some torque seal on it. And if we got to take it apart, we take it apart, but I think that'll stay. Alright, we got some rudder. So that's pretty exciting. What? I know, I'm talking to myself. It's fine. And I think, just to kind of get rid of the last hardware, I'm going to try and finish up the tail wheel thing. I do believe, we got to take all this off again to close it out, but it'll be a pretty easy disassembly. That could be possibly one of the easiest tasks on the plane. So for now, I just cut these in half. You're supposed to cut them. I don't know how long they need to be, so I cut them in half. You can always shorten them. And this clicks on there. I put the chain link this way because it's more aerodynamic. I should probably clarify my sense of humor about the aerodynamics on this, but yeah, that was just a joke. I put some tape on here. Ultimately, this is supposed to be half compressed once these are on, but that's not until the rest of the rigging is done. So I'm moving on to this part because you're supposed to route these cables over station 3 pulleys, which I don't have yet, and I'm following the instructions, and I got to make this little shim. That's the push-pull stop tube, 3/4 of an inch, and basically this is the way I did it. I'm sure there's a better way and certainly a safer way. I basically cut a piece of wood and then ran it through the table saw like that. And I'm going to do it again and hopefully keep all my digits. So these two guys came out awesome and drilled number 30 hole. They'll be riveted onto that. And I went to put it on and I thought that the weld might be tight there. And that was actually fine, and I was consistently able to get it up to like 6 inches or so, but the powder coating here must have been thick. Like I could not get it beyond that, and since I don't know where this is going to sit, I want to make sure that it travels down. So I literally was like sanding it, and eventually now I got it to go over that powder coating so it can go into any direction any position on this push-pull tube. But yeah, that was kind of annoying. All right, more progress. We got it all in, got the wheels in. These spacers here, those were kind of tricky. If you have a milling machine or a lathe, that's easy. I actually made this piece of wood and it's, you know, a 3/8 inch hole. Then I stick the spacer in there, make sure it's flush on this end, and then just run it through the table saw enough, and they actually came out perfect. I don't know if I need any more, but I'm going to keep this little jig. So one word of warning is some of these spacers, the ends are not true, like they're not 90 degrees, so be particular about making sure everything's squared off in there. Keep that in mind. Yeah, so happy with that. Good night. So this is what you do when it's past your bedtime, but you don't want to go to bed. You find stuff to do, like sand all the cut off of the push-pull tube. This thing looks like kind of gross. And then they have the tape for the stickers at the end. That's a pain to get off. So, like a little kid, you just keep procrastinating. Probably not a real big deal, but I noticed when I was cleaning this, hey, look how clean it is, and we saved 7 grams. No, I'm only kidding. I don't know what weight. And, but it's obviously not straight. So you gotta keep wanting to roll down. So I marked the top spot. So with that being said, it's actually, I think, better already. Before it was worse. I'm just kind of convincing it to go the other way. Yeah, still off a little bit, but much better than it was. So, yeah, before it was literally like, boing. So I guess I should probably mention how I went about it. So once it kept sitting on the low spot, I just took a marker and marked it on the bottom, which now then I made the top to bend it, and yeah, you can tell now it rolls pretty freely. It doesn't stop. And if you look down the hole, it's much more straighter. All right, again, good night.